This is Maureen, and you're watching the #1 Hawaii's podcast, the Kasanova Podcast.
All right, and welcome everyone to another episode of Hawaii's #1 podcast, the Kasanova Podcast. I'm your host, Mekel Kasanova, and I am coming at you with another amazing interview. In today's episode, we have the one, the only. This is Mahreen. She is the newest ambassador for Hori. And you guys are familiar with Hori. You already know I've reviewed so many of their fight sticks. They make some of the best fight sticks in the game. And it is truly an honor to have their latest ambassador, who's not only, in the FGC and a professional player, but she's also a professional streamer, Twitch partner, and it's just super awesome to have her on the show. Now, if you guys are ready to do it, I'm ready to do it. Let's go ahead and welcome Mahreen onto the show. All right, and welcome everyone to another episode of Hawaii's #1 rated podcast. 2 years in a row, the Kasanova Podcast. I'm your host, Mekel Kasanova, and I have the honor and privilege of having the one, the only Mahreen on the podcast. Mahreen, go ahead, introduce yourself, plug everything you're doing, and tell people where they can find you.
Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Mahreen, that Laura Bonita Street Fighter 5 player. I'm always memeing up on Twitter and on Twitch, where to find me. As you can see, I have been going to tournaments since, what was it, like 2017-ish? So I'm still kind of like a baby-ish player. But yeah, most definitely, I'm so glad to be here with you. How are you doing today?
I'm surviving this heat wave we got going. I think it's like 92, 93 degrees. It's
Don't
raining.
You have a fan on at all? Or?
I have the fan overhead. I've got the air conditioner going, and it's still hot. That's just how hot it is out here. It's just, yeah.
Hey, but you're in Hawaii. Like, how are you going to complain, though?
This is true. I could just, I'm like 5 to 6 minutes away from the beach, so I could probably go right out.
Okay, there you go. Yep.
All right. And go ahead and tell people where they can find you on like social media or any upcoming projects or your various outlets.
So, of course, I am very active on Twitter and Twitch. Mostly Twitter and Twitch. I do have an Instagram, but I usually just kind of talk to my close friends on there and I just scroll through like just cute animals and whatnot. That's me. But on Twitter and Twitch, I'm most definitely active. On Twitch, I stream Street Fighter on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and sometimes Saturdays. Mm-hmm. And I do like random games on like one of them. Oh yeah, and I also stream on Friday as well. From the weekdays on 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. Central Time. Mm-hmm. And then Friday to Saturday, which is 7 p.m. to midnight Central Time as well. But on Twitter, you can always catch me live because I always tweet when I go live. And of course, I also work with other women in the FGC as well. Like I always want to promote them as much as I can, retweet their stuff and see what they're doing with their kick-ass stuff in the FGC, of course. And I guess shit talking with my other friends, like, hey man, your Akuma sucks. But in reality, it's all fun and games, and that's where you can find me. Twitter.com/by telephone, and then you have twitch.tv/submarine. I had to remember because like it's twitch.tv, not twitch.com, Yeah. I always get that mixed up. So I was like,
All right, cool. I'll leave links to your outlets down in the description below for the audience, and whether they're watching this on YouTube or they're listening to it on iTunes or Google Play Music, or hell, we just recently got approved for Podcast One, which amazing deal with that, and Sirius XM Radio. So we're going to be syndicated weekly. So I'm super excited about that.
Spicy. That's awesome.
Yeah. So, Mahreen, do you mind like giving a background on yourself, like your journey into gaming and the FGC as a whole?
Let's see. When I first started out, how I started playing fighting games was playing Jury or at the end of Ultra Street Fighter 4.
Mm-hmm.
And I can tell you this right now that I would always do wake up EX pinwheels, and I would never get far in my local tournaments. I would always go 0-2 like every month and so forth. And of course, I'm like, man, how come I'm not getting better? So then I kept practicing, and I eventually went like 1-2 or 2-2 at my locals, and I was like, this is actually really fun, because I'm kicking people's asses that would tell me like, oh, you can't do this because you're a girl. Oh, you can't do that. Yeah, I'm dead ass, dude. Like, it's crazy because I remember this one guy, he was being really negative towards me. I'm like, you know what? Fuck you. Like yeah, like straight up, fuck you. Because I wanted to get better. I wanted to show people that like anyone can play. Like a baby can play. Like my grandma can play. Anyone can play, and it's like just show your worth in the video game. Like come on. If you think you're all talk, then beat my ass in the video game. All right. So it started from there, and when I got to Street Fighter 5, I was like, I want to go back to Street Fighter 4 because like that's the first fighting game I grew up with.
Yeah.
And I just didn't feel that like that fire within me playing Street Fighter 5 compared to Street Fighter 4. But then my local started hosting Street Fighter 5 tournaments, and I started playing them. And for the first Street Fighter 5 tournament, my local, I got top 8, and I was really happy because yeah, it's crazy. I know. I'm like, oh, how did I get top 8? I'm so bad. And it was amazing because me getting far, like even in my local tournaments, or let's say playing a 1st to 10 with my local buddies, it made me a lot more confident and made me want to keep going even further beyond, because I really want to show people that like, hey, I found this really cool stuff with like Jury or Laura, and I'm not sure if you know, but I want to show you this, or playing with other players all around the world. And so once I started my Street Fighter 5, I guess like career or journey, it was really fun because I get to meet so many people in FGC, and of course learning from their perspective, like especially from like one of the top pro players. Like let's say if I were to talk to Big Bird, or if I were to talk to Alex Myers, they talk to me about like, oh, you should do this because if they like buffer or whatever, you can like block it or something like that. And I'm like, oh, I never knew that. And I started implementing into my gameplay, and I started to see a lot more improvements. And even today, I'm just thinking like, wow, I used to be that really scrubby Jury player that always did EX wake up pinwheel, but now I'm like kicking ass in tournaments. I know like I don't talk about myself a lot, going far in tournaments and whatnot, but I know that I've improved a lot for like 2.5 to 3 years of playing fighting games, and I'm just really happy where I am right now. So yeah, it's a lot to take in for me still, because I would always put myself down whenever I did like something bad, or if I have like second thoughts where I'm like, oh, I would have, should have, could have done this. But it's better to be confident with what or like with your decision making, especially in matches where you're not too knowledgeable. But it's like, I know this guy's gonna do this or do that, or I'm just gonna play it at my pace, because no one's telling you to play it at like a fast pace or whatnot. Just be you in the video game and just be true to yourself. That's how I see it. But that's how I started off Street Fighter 4, and then Street Fighter 5, and until the end of Street Fighter 5, and so far beyond. That's it.
Nice. I was definitely the same way when it came to Street Fighter 5, because coming off of Ultra Street Fighter 4, I mean, especially with all the things that they added in with the Omega mode.
Omega mode.
Oh, man.
That was so fun.
And then, like, coming to Street Fighter 5, like, I played the beta back when they dropped it in 2015, and I was like, okay, this is a little different, but okay, I'll see where it goes. And then when it dropped in 2016, I was like, okay, all right, this is incomplete. And then after like 6 months, I'm like, I'm done with it. I just stopped playing it. And I think I picked it back up when they had the Cody, well, not the Cody announcement, but the arcade edition announcement.
Sure.
And I was like, yo, is that Cody? You know, and they brought out Cody because Cody was my main in Street Fighter Alpha 3 and Street Fighter 4. So it's like, without him being available in 5 for the longest, I was like, man, okay, I can go with Ken. They changed up Ken too much for me. Then Ryu was good in season 1. I feel like after season 1, they just made him complete trash. And then I was like, okay, all right, I'll wait. And then they dropped the, Cody and all the other characters in the arcade edition. I'm like, okay, I got my main. Even though people say Cody's low tier and he sucks, I still kick ass. I'm the top Cody player in Hawaii.
He's really fun from what I've seen. He's really cool. I think he's probably one of the most creative characters next to Manette, honestly.
Yeah.
Like next to Manette, I think they're really cool characters, and I really do want to see more people play Cody and of course Manette. But please don't play Manette. I play Laura. I hate her. Please don't.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, we should definitely get some matches in. My Cody, I play him differently because like every time I go online, I see people. They always do V trigger 1, and they're always like just throwing knives constantly. One, right? Yeah, and I'm like, man, use that knife combo because what you can do is you could do his knife combo into his ultra, and a lot of people I see online they don't do that. Maybe it's just a lot of people don't use Cody online. I don't know, but yeah,
or they just never explored V Trigger 1. They're just like, oh, cool, I just want to play it out,
There's so much you can do with V Trigger 1. I mean, even his V Trigger 2 is pretty sick too.
Sure.
But yeah, so like aside from Street Fighter, like what are some other fighting games that you play or you're looking forward to coming up? I like Samurai Showdown. What are your
Samurai Showdown looks awesome. I kind of dabble in Tekken just a bit. I play a mediocre Dragunov. I just mash down to like a bitch. That's all I do all day. But yeah, I'm most definitely looking forward to Sam Show. I really like that Kabuki looking guy, the one that has like red hair and like the red makeup and whatnot.
I can't think of his name, but
and the guy with the white hair and like the hawk like mask.
Yeah,
and Shiki also looks really cool, but I saw her play. I'm like, I don't know if she fits my play style. Like I like to play a really fast mix up like character. So I'm still kind of watching some videos here and there, like, oh, like what kind of character fits me the most? But we'll see. I'll probably try it out at a CEO if they have a setup, and it'll be really fun from there.
Did they? I was gonna say, like, they probably should have sent you like a review copy of the game to play, because I know they're sending that out to a couple players to try out the game. But I mean, you should definitely get a copy of it. I'll tell SNK send Mahreen a copy of the game.
But the thing is, I don't have a PS4.
Well, isn't it on PC as well?
I don't know. Like they will be on PC, but it'll be a little bit later after the PS4 release. From what I've heard, yeah. I'm a PC master race scumbag.
High five.
But yeah, Sam Show looks great. Who are you gonna play in Sam Show?
I'm thinking.
Or who are you interested in? I guess.
Well, I'm interested in using Galford because back when I used. Back when I used to play, I'm showing my age here. Back when I used to play Samurai Showdown in the arcades, typically I'd use either Galford or Ukiyo. Sometimes I would use Haomaru, but I don't know. Like,
okay.
I'm more into like the hit and run tactics of Galford. He's super cool. Plus his dog he can use, Poppy. Super cool.
So cute. That's awesome. Yeah, he kind of reminds me of Strider just a bit.
Yeah.
So cool.
But yeah.
Oh. Okay, yeah. And Ukiyo looks really cool. He reminds me of Jin from Samurai Champloo.
Right?
Yeah, that's so cool.
He has a lot of. I think he's more. I'm not sure how they're making him in this iteration of Samurai Showdown, but I know from like 2 onward, he was kind of more of a defense and range type of character.
Oh, so he's kind of like a zoner.
Yeah.
I hate zoners. Like, let me get in.
Oh, so what has been since you're a professional fighting game player, like what has that experience been like? What are some of the ups and downs of that?
I try like not to label myself as like a pro gamer because I like always want to play the game for fun. Like, when you see, like have people watch me play Street Fighter 5 on Twitch, I always like I said, I meme the crap out of Street Fighter because I'm like, I'm gonna jump, I'm gonna do overhead, I'm gonna sweep close range, and I just do the most goofiest stuff ever. And of course, doing the same mix up over and over again, and like some people aren't blocking it. I'm like, why don't you block it? Like anytime, let's say if I play against Princess Slim, she always like V reverses my mixes. And I'm like, that's right, you're supposed to do that. But the other people that I play, like they just get open up. And I'm like, I don't even feel sorry for you. Like, come on, bro. But it's really fun. Sometimes I get super salty anytime like I think about things as of like, oh, she plays for attention, or oh my god, she messed up because she's a girl, blah blah blah. And of course I'm gonna say like a lot of these kind of statements because it's true. Like it has happened to me before, and it really sucks because like I said, I feel like when it comes to fighting games, like whether you're male or female or a fucking alien, like no one fucking cares who you are. Just play the game. Just play the game. Yeah. So being that, it's fun because I get to, of course, like I said earlier, meet a lot of people at tournaments, and there are so many opportunities for me as of like I get to stream more, and of course I got Twitch partner for streaming a lot of Street Fighter. Awesome. And of course being a part of the XO Academy, and of course with Hori as well. Hori, you guys are great. And it's really awesome because I never knew these opportunities would approach me, or, we would meet at a mutual level where we're like, hey, let's work with each other. And it's great because I get to meet more people at tournaments, and I probably get to have more opportunities in the future. Like, let's say that on my Twitch, hey, like I want to be sent out to like, let's say down defend the north. I'll say down the north. I'm like, what does that mean? Or like Canada Cup or any other tournaments. Like I can do my best to get there with the help of my community, just by streaming on Twitch. So it's great being, I guess like you could say I'm more of a Twitch streamer than a pro gamer. But I guess like sometimes I kind of like switch sides. Like, oh, I guess I am kind of a pro gamer if I'm like going to these tournaments and whatnot. But the downside of it is just kind of the I wouldn't say like that attention I get, but more kind of like that negative attention I get. Of course, because me being a female in the FGC, it gets a little strenuous at first, but there are so many women popping up in the FGC, and that really makes me so happy because we all have mutual hobbies, and we can all play games together, and we could all, I wouldn't say like gossip, but like literally get together, talk about our problems. Like, I had that happen to me before too, but here's what you can do if that happens next time this person does this. So I don't really think about the downsides as much because I'm always thinking about the positive. Yeah. Because I don't have time to think about the negative because there are so many great things happening to me, like working with you, working with other people in the FGC, and working with, let's say, XO and Hori. I'm just so grateful for everything that that has come to me. And I most definitely want to keep working with you guys in the future and meeting all of you guys. Hope to meet you guys at CEO or Evo. And yeah, I'm just grateful for keeping at as of playing video games and of course streaming and being my goober self.
Well, anytime you ever want to come back on the podcast, doors are always open. Amazing guest. I love having you on here.
I can't think of
and it's like, when you bring up the issues that you face being, a female gamer and just the stereotypes that come with that. And it's like, I've never understood that. Like, I've never understood why there are guys or people that think that, you know, just because it's a woman that games, she doesn't know about games or she's not good at it. It's like,
Sure.
I've always had the mentality, maybe because like I grew up with sisters that play games a lot, and they always kick my ass every game we play, racing or like wave race back in the day, or you know, any kind of game, fighting game included. Like I've just always had the mentality, like, okay, if you put your money where your mouth is, pick up the sticks and let's play.
Yeah.
Like I don't care. Yep. Like you said earlier, you can be male, female, alien. I don't give a fuck. Let's just see. You know. But it's just weird because like there's also the misconception that people think that, you know, girls are only playing for attention. I think that can be said about guys too. There are some guys who stream or get on YouTube or go to tournaments that are pretty much just doing it for the attention and publicity. So it can go either way. But it's just really weird when I hear people say, oh, girls only now started getting into gaming. I'm like, no, girls have been gaming forever. I think the social aspect of it being socially acceptable from a societal standpoint is new or newer. But yeah, women have always gamed. I've always just found it weird when people come with that notion. So I don't know.
Yeah, I most definitely agree because I know I always have like, you know, those bad apples that come into my chat like, oh, she's Grandmaster in Street Fighter 5. Oh, you can't be a girl. And it's like, huh? Like I'm literally sitting here like, huh? like are you really gonna say that? Oh my god, like it's crazy, but it's just like I feel like I don't know, I feel bad for saying this, but I feel like so desensitized by all these comments because I would always get them all the time. And of course, you know, I would ban them, time them out, or block them. Easy as that. But at the same time, like they're probably gonna say the same thing to like any other women gamers out there. So it's like I want them to do better. You know, like I don't want them to think that all the girls are like, you know, there for attention or like, you know, streaming on Twitch for attention and whatnot. It's like, just let them do their thing. Just like how guys do their thing too. Like they play games just as women do as well. Like, why are you so caught up in that? You know what I mean?
Yeah. But what do you think what do you think causes that mentality? Like, do you think it's just a societal thing or just the culture or?
I think it might be the culture and jealousy in a way, because let's say that let's say for me, for example, like I get about 90 to 120 viewers on Twitch just playing Street Fighter 5, and I remember this one guy. Thank you. Well, sometimes like on lazy days I get like 60 or 70, pretty chill. But yeah, let's say about that. And some guy, he would say like, hey, like how come you get so many views, blah blah blah, probably because like you're a girl and whatnot. And it's like, maybe because I'm entertaining and you're not, maybe because like I'm a favorable person and no one likes you. I'm sorry, I'm being a little toxic. Like
no, I mean keep it 100. I mean that's true. That's true.
Like the thing is that I think that people will most definitely gravitate to you if you're very entertaining and you're a very, I wouldn't say like of course if you're down to earth, that's great. But more of like understanding and you interact with your viewers as well. You talk to them. Like if let's say one of my subs, they talk to me about an anime, I'm like, oh yeah, I really like the anime. Are you on episode 30 on the anime? Blah blah blah, and so on from there. Because I actually love talking to my subs or viewers or mods about any kind of anime or manga, TV shows, or even food. I also love talking about food as well. Foodie? Yeah, like I cook a lot, and I always talk about, oh, if you cook let's say the soup this way, you're gonna have more of like a chunky texture or blah blah blah. Because like I'm gonna be like a big nerd if I say this, but I read like, do you know Shokugeki no Soma, Food Wars? Yeah, I actually learned some stuff on there, which is really cool because there's this chapter about like bear meats and whatnot and how it has like a stench. And I remember vaguely when I was little, when my parents, they would make like some berry meat entrees. Like, this texture is really weird. It's good, but not as stenchy or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was really cool, just kind of like the manga sharing their knowledge about cooking methods and whatnot. And I'm like, oh, that's really cool. And I would talk to my viewers like, hey, have you heard of this before? It goes from there, and then it's really fun. So yeah, just about that. I just think it's just about like jealousy in the culture, because maybe like women, like they're very interactive with their viewers. Like, let's say, oh, like, thank you so much for the sub, or hey, thanks for following. Maybe they're just like really bright about it,
Yeah.
like the streamer is just really bright about it, and they're positive, because I know that they're grateful for any kind of support. Like, if they were to donate like $1, give you like 5 bits, a follow, or just drop by to say hi. Like, I know I always appreciate that very much, because it shows that they took their time out of their day just to go to my stream, say hi, and do all of the following that I just said. And it's great, because, like, thank you. I didn't know like people will watch my stream. It's like, thank you. So I think it's just that, like, people just need to kind of like lighten up. Of course, I want them to like genuinely get better and be kind to others, because you want to be how should I put it? What was that one quote? It's like treat people how you want to be treated. I love that quote very much, because you just got to be kind to people. It costs $0.00 to be kind to someone.
Yeah.
So please, like, just be nice. That's all I ask. Just be nice.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
I feel like it takes way more energy to just be negative than it does to be positive. One of my good friends, and I have nothing but love for the guy. Like, I've learned a lot about kindness and just peace and tranquility from him. And he's actually the voice actor for Ken Masters and Dante from Devil May Cry, Ruben Langdon.
Oh.
And yeah, anytime he comes in town, or if I run into him, like, we just hang out. We just if you want to have like some super deep talks, Ruben Lane is definitely one of the guys, and he's kick ass in Street Fighter.
Awesome.
With Ken.
Oh, Ken. Okay, never mind. Don't talk. I hate Ken.
But no, it's like, just treating people with respect, with kindness. Like, it costs, like you say, it costs $0 to do that, and it's just amazing how you have people that just have like that air of toxicity about them, and they go out of their way to just be negative. And it's like, all right,
it's like, why?
Yeah.
Like, what's your motive? Like,
Yeah.
I think they just want to see my reaction. That's where like me being desensitized by these kind of comments come through.
Yeah.
Where I'm just sitting there like, okay, ban. And that's basically about it. But it just kind of makes me a little sad sometimes, because it's like, do they act like this in person? Do they exactly? I hope not. I just really want them to do better. I really want them to be kind to others, and just be a nice person. That's all I can say at the moment. That's all.
So as far as you're a Twitch partner, and you've been streaming on Twitch for a long while, and I just want to ask you, like, how has that experience been? Like, what made you choose Twitch over alternatives like Mixer or YouTube or Facebook Gaming? Like, what brought you to Twitch?
Well, like, I already had a Twitch account, and I did stream before, but I just didn't do it as much because my computer started to slow down, and it was really hard for me to get around that. So I stopped streaming from there. And once I got this new PC, I started streaming a lot more, just kind of testing out like, oh, this is really nice, because I could have like done this on like my last broadcast I did on my old computer. But I guess like they probably didn't have like that kind of option back then. But now it's really fun. It's really interactive, and I'm like, wow, this is actually it's actually pretty fun. And I get to talk to my viewers who see me play in past tournaments as well, or has followed me on Twitter or Instagram. And I guess like I really don't have much to say about it, but I would say it's a very unique and exciting journey. I've been almost streaming for, or how should I put it, consistently. I've been streaming consistently for almost a year now,
Oh,
and
wow.
yeah, I know. I can't believe I'm not pooped out yet, but but I'm really grateful for being able to stream and meeting so many people, and of course building my own community as well. I also have a Discord. It's called The Poop Squad. Anyone can join. It's a very open Discord where you get to meet all the great people that I've met on Twitch, and I hopefully get to meet you on there or on my stream.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll
and
make it happen.
it's great. Twitch is great. I thought about like streaming on other platforms, but I was kind of unsure about having a construct following. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So I just stuck with Twitch, and I'm glad I did.
Yeah, it's one of the things too. Like, I've had my Twitch account for probably like 3 or 4 years, but
Sure.
I've consistently been streaming. Like, I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and occasionally Saturday and Sunday. And I've been consistently doing that for, I want to say, about the last 6 months.
Nice.
And before, I would stream on YouTube occasionally, or I do Facebook gaming. But like now, as I've stuck with Twitch, I just recently reached affiliate. And I tell
Hey.
people all the time, because a lot of people, especially out here in Hawaii, a lot of people think that, oh, I can just, hop on Twitch and just start streaming the latest game and then I'll generate a lot of followers. I'm like, no, you're competing with a lot of people. And
Yeah.
if you want to see that growth, you got to be consistent with it. You
Yeah.
had to have a schedule. People have to know when you're going to stream and you got to tweet it out. I think that's Twitter being one of the greatest tools to use, especially if you're a streamer or a content creator, because you can get the message out, hey, I'm going live in a couple minutes, or I'm going live in an hour, I'm going live today, or I'm live right now.
Yep.
And it's just a great tool for it. But yeah, Twitch, it's a grind, but I love it.
It's fun because like there are so many people also on the same grind as well. You know, they just want to play video games. They want to show their love for video games through the internet, and it's really it's like a really great idea that Twitch is made for those people. You know, just like I said, like of course building that community, of course talking to your friends or whatnot. It's really fun, and yeah, I'm glad that we're kicking ass on Twitch. Yo, congrats on affiliate.
Thank you.
Now you get to make like a kick-ass emote as well, and like a sub button or like a sub badge.
Yeah,
Those are so fun to make.
I feel like so much with Twitch, like it's like learning. Like Twitch reminds me of like when I was in college. I'm like, I feel like I need like a whole semester to understand like everything about it because there's so many intricate things with Twitch. It's like
Yeah,
what
like
are some things like you can like advice you can give to anyone who's a Twitch streamer or even to me, to improve?
most definitely be yourself. Like don't try to how should I put it? Like don't try to what's the word? Like if let's say if you're like one of the viewers say like, oh, you should play this game because everyone's playing it. Play what you want. You don't have to cater. That's the word. You don't have to cater to your viewers because they're there to watch you and support you. They want to watch you play like a certain game or whatnot, and they're like, wow, that's really cool, blah blah blah, or they talk to you about the game. It's like, oh, I should probably play this game, and like hopefully we could like play some lobbies together. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. I'm down. Honestly, yeah, just be yourself. No pressure, really. Like just play video games how you usually play, and it's great to make friends on Twitch as well. That's about it. I don't have a lot to say because I think it's pretty easy. You just sit there, like, you could just eat a burger like right now, like nom, nom, nom. Hey guys, welcome to my Twitch. Honestly, it's like just be yourself, have fun, and
like drinking something like, hey, you want some?
hey, get that water. Yeah, exactly. That's why I love streaming on Twitch and always, of course, like interacting with my viewers as well. Let's say I stream like 2 times a week on like Monday or Friday, and I stream on Monday, like sometimes like when my viewers are like, oh well, like I'll see you on Friday, because it tells me that they are interested in my stream and they want to come back and watch me play again, because they like watching me play like a certain game, or talking to them about, of course, anime and manga, TV shows and whatnot. It's a great feeling. I think that's one of the most rewarding feelings, is rewarding feelings of streaming on Twitch or streaming on any other platforms. So yeah.
Definitely,
just do it up.
definitely. I noticed when I start streaming, because I'll occasionally I'll stream like Street Fighter 5, but lately, well, currently right now, my current kick is Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. That game is so good. I'm loving it. But typically, yeah, I streamed last night. I started at 7 o'clock. I'm like, oh, I'm only gonna stream for an hour. Next thing I know, it's like 12. I'm like, oh shit.
See, yeah, that's what happens when like you're literally focused into the game. Like that has happened to me before when I started playing Yakuza. I started it's so good. I love it. So yeah, I played Yakuza 0 for the first time. And like this was during the time where like I explicitly played Street Fighter 5. And when I started streaming Yakuza 0, I was like, wow, this game is really good. And I look at the time, it's like, yeah, it's past my stream time. I gotta go to sleep. And then when I go to bed, I'm like, I can't wait to play Yakuza 0 next day. That's basically it, because that's where that passion of gaming comes from,
Yeah.
Because it really makes you happy where you literally click to a video game like, wow, this game is really cool. I want to keep playing it. And then once you get to the end of the game, it's like, when's the next game going to come out? I want to play the next game right now.
So I have to ask you, since you're a Yakuza fan, are you team Kiryu or team Majima?
Bro.
Boy. Oh boy.
Have you not seen this?
Awesome.
Have you not seen this? Dude, oh my god. Don't even ask, because I literally have Majima pins right where. Wait, hold up. Where are they? Okay, well, first I have a wait, let me oh my god, I'm such a mess right now, because I will literally talk about Majima all day, because he's my husbando. I'm such a weeb. I'm so sorry. This is my true form.
You know what? When I'm playing Yakuza 0, like Majima, I care more about Majima's story than I did Kiryu's. I was like,
yes, I agree. Okay, here's the pin.
Oh shit.
That's pretty sick, dope. Right? And then I also have this one right here. It's the one where he's a policeman.
Ooh.
I'm not sure if you can see that, but yeah, it's great. I'm a huge Majima fangirl, and I'm thinking, oh shit, ouch. I'm thinking about just getting like all the Majima charms I see at conventions or at tournaments, or have commissions as well. Oh yeah, like shout outs to Tay Zonk-Knuckle for doing this with me. Thank you so much.
Another Hawaii creator.
Yeah, she's my girl. I love her. But yeah, yes, I most definitely agree about. Well, I want to keep this spoiler free. Yeah, Yakuza 0, Majima's story. I think it's great. It's also Kiryu's story is great as well, but I think it's not as great as Majima's story. I'm just gonna keep it at that. Just keep it at that.
I was more emotionally impacted by Majima's story.
Yes,
like,
yes.
Like every time I switched over to Kiryu, and I'm like, shit. How many chapters I gotta sit through until I can get back to Majima?
See, the thing is that if a video game can make me cry, I know it's really good.
Did you play? Have you beat Kiwami 2?
Yep, I beat Kiwami 1 and Kiwami 2.
Cool. Are you getting Judgment?
I remember I don't have a PS4, which sucks, because I do want to play Judgment. It looks really good, but
it is coming to PC. It is coming to PC. I'll put you in contact with the head PR person with Sega, because I'm good friends with them.
Thank you.
They're looking for people that are in love with Yakuza stuff. They're probably like one of my friends, Jay. Like, she's not even really a content creator. She's just a big fan of Yakuza, and got her in contact with John Stubble from Sega. He's head PR guy there, and next thing she knew, she's getting like all kinds of Yakuza swag, the Japanese exclusive stuff,
I'm so jealous. Oh. That's awesome, though. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, it's like I'm so glad I found Yakuza because I would always see screenshots or like GIFs from Yakuza. I'm like, wow, that's like so wild and silly and random at the same time. I wonder what it is after playing Yakuza 0. Wow. That was an amazing game, and I hope that they do more PC releases. So
yeah.
And I'm glad they did. Kiwami 1 and Kiwami 2 are on PC, and it's great. Like, the quality is really great. And, of course, I'm just, like, laughing my ass off when I play, like, any of the quests in the game. It's great. It's honestly great.
Yeah, I think I know they're doing, like, remasters of 3, 4, and 5. Well, I know Japan has it. I'm not sure if this coming to the West. It probably is because
Because it's so popular. Mm-hmm.
Funny because it's like Yakuza. I feel like Yakuza 0 is a game that really made it popular in the West, and it's like I remember like seeing Yakuza back in like the late 2000s and 2010s. I was like, oh, it looks cool. And then, like playing it occasionally back then, but like now it's like you can casually, like you can go into like a GameStop and you can talk about Yakuza and the person be like, yeah, man, I played it. The scene with Kiryu, the Dojima clan, and I'm like,
yeah,
okay.
All right, well, you know more than me. It's great. Yeah, I'm so happy because like I will literally talk to anyone about Yakuza from or like only from like Yakuza 0 to Kiwami 2 because I haven't played 3, 4, and 5 because like I said I don't have a PS4 or PS3. So yeah, I'm just so glad. It's such a great game and it has made me like so happy playing it because it's so silly, but the storyline is always great.
Definitely. Well, I do want to ask you, since
Yes.
now you're a brand ambassador for Hori, how does that feel being, able to represent them and work with them?
They are my favorite brand. They're my favorite company because right now I use. Oh gosh, that was a bad idea. I almost spilled my drink. Right now, like I have my swagged out stick here.
So jealous.
Yeah, I love it so much because yeah, I love working with Hori, especially when it was last year I did they picked me for their Hori campaign. If you have like a Hori controller and you're playing in any other games, like you sign up for it and they decide whether like they'll pick you or not, and they picked me and I was like, oh, okay, cool. And I added their name to my or their tag to my name, and then I played on stream and I kicked ass, and it went all from there. And then fast forward to this year, they messaged me. It's like, hey, are you available for exchange or like talking through email or talking through phone? And I'm like, yes. I was just like, oh, yes, please, yes. And I was talking to them, and they wanted me to be their brand ambassador. I'm like, yes, I am so down to be your brand ambassador because I love Hori. Their controllers are great. Like I know my very first controller was their Hori Wrap. I think it was the white one. It was like a really old one where I used it, especially playing a Street Fighter 4 when I started out, and it was by far one of my favorite sticks. So I'm still kind of flabbergasted, like I still can't believe I'm a brand ambassador for Hori. So yeah, I'm pretty starstruck. Just like even like playing on my stick or just looking at the logo underneath my Twitch bio, I'm like, yeah. I'm really that. I'm really a brand ambassador. It's crazy.
Awesome. Yeah, like I'm a big fan of Hori products, and one thing, and maybe the audience may not know this, but out here in Hawaii, it is incredibly hard to find a fight stick. Like
Seriously, wow.
Do not pre-order a stick from GameStop, then you probably like it's kind of random to walk into a GameStop and find one out here. Other than that, you typically have to either order it from Amazon or Fry's Electronics or something like that. Plus, you got to make sure that because we have mail restrictions, so there's some things that can't be sent out here to Hawaii. Like my camera, I can't order a replacement battery for my recording camera and have it sent here because of restrictions because of living in Hawaii. So there's like things like that, and like certain arcade sticks you can't have sent here. But if you have a friend that can send it to you, there you go. So like I think if I count all my fight sticks up, I've got like 16 fight sticks, and about 12 of those are Horis. So
dang, that's crazy. So then do you have kind of like a shelf full of your fight sticks, or
I need to build a shelf because like what I did, I start stacking them along the wall. Like they're basically like say because this is like halfway of a wall here. This is how tall we go. Halfway. And you know how they announced those ones for the Switch recently, like the Street Fighter editions. So I just pre-ordered all of those, and I hit up Mike from Hori. I was like, dude, I'm gonna review each and every one of those. He's like, are you insane? I'm like, yes, I am.
Yeah, because there's a lot of their controllers and like their performance for them. It's of course, it's great. That's awesome. Holy crap, 16 sticks. I'm literally sitting over here like I only have one stick.
No, like in the one you have, you can't. There, like no store in Hawaii carries it. Sure. It's so frustrating. Like I think there's only one person I know out here. It's my friend Keith from Video Gamers Hawaii, who runs locals out here. He has that stick, but other than that, yeah, you can't find it, and it's a pain in the ass trying to ship it out here.
Dang, yeah. Like if you were to go to any other tournament, I'm sure they will have it, and you could just buy it on site, and then just be like, "Hey, I got my stick. I want it." Yeah, I think that's all you could do.
Yeah, but so we need to play sometime. I want to challenge your. I want to test my Cody against your character.
Yes,
I know you're gonna kick my ass, but
are you going to Evo?
I got invited to go. The question is if I can take off time from the hospital to go.
Oh, sure.
Because like I spent all my time off for Evo, for not Evo, but for E3.
Yeah.
But Evo is September, right?
You're way off. No, I'm just kidding. You're a month off. It's in August.
August, right?
Yeah.
Okay, wait.
I'm like September. I'm like
Wait. What's in September?
You mean Tokyo Game Show's in September?
Yeah, because I got invited to that, and there's Hawaii Con on Big Island that I got invited to.
The Big Island's Kona, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
because I'm having at Hawaii Con, I'm having a panel with all the voice actors and actors. I'm doing a live in-person podcast there, and then for Tokyo Game Show, I got invited out by Square Enix to go.
Oh, dang!
I'm trying to think what else is there. No, so yes,
making big moves.
Yes, so that's why I was off. Okay, so August.
That's cool. That's cool. No worries.
Oh man. So that's the thing is like my contract ends where I'm at now. It ends in August. That's why I'm like, yes, I can do so much stuff after August.
Sure.
Evo, I'm gonna attempt to get there because I do have like I said, I got invited there, so I do have a flight there. All expenses covered, but I don't know if I can go.
Well, I'm crossing my fingers really fucking hard for you, bro. Evo's always fun. I always love going because, of course, like meeting everyone there, and of course it's Las Vegas. Like grab a couple of drinks, hang out, and just.
What's crazy is I've never been to Vegas.
What? How?
Never been.
Dang.
Never been.
Well, this year's the charm. You gotta go. You gotta go this year if you can get that time off. Like I said, crossing your fingers for you, bro. You gotta go.
Oh man. Yeah, I mean, if I can go, I would definitely be down. Plus, the Hawaii suite is always jumping.
Yes, the Celtic suite. I went last year and it was great. They're really, dude, they're so freaking nice. Cause right when I entered, I was like, "Hey, how's it going?" So we got pizza, we got booze, we got something. I'm like, "What the heck is this?" They're great people. Seriously, I think like meeting people from Hawaii are like literally the nicest people that I've ever met. Like even like nicer than Minnesota nice, if I were to put it.
And other people are really nice though.
They're nice for no fucking reason. I don't know. I'm like, nah.
I'm so damn happy.
Yeah. Why are you not like bitter?
Other thing I want to talk about,
Yes.
Since we're seeing like a just surge of major surge in female gamers that are like basically kicking ass in gaming, in the FGC and shooters. Like, how do you feel like do you think like this is their time? Like this is the era where this is going to be happening? It's going to just skyrocket from here, or
I think it's always been our time. Honestly, like it's
I'm arguing with you. I'm agreeing.
yeah, like it's great because especially in FGC where we have combo queens and of course in the Smash scene as well, we have Smash sisters and other communities where we can all like get together, like all females can get together and have like a safe spot in those communities, and it's great to get together and like I said before, talking about our experiences, talking about our mutual love for video games. And it's always great to see that because I want other upcoming female gamers coming through to the scene, like coming through if they want to be competitive in CS:GO, League of Legends, Street Fighter, Tekken, and a lot of really great games out there. Because I want those women to know, like I want you to know that we're here, and if you ever feel like you're being not, or if it's like intimidated or someone's like harassing you, I wouldn't say like you're the only one, but like we're here, we've dealt that before, and we want to support you in you being a competitive player in this certain video game. So it's honestly, it really warms my heart a lot seeing all these women gamers coming through and just kicking ass, like seeing of course, Kamo Queens is doing a meetup at CEO, and I attended their meetup at Kamo Breaker, and holy crap, there's so many women there. I'm like, what? It was awesome because they were all having a great time, and they were talking to all the ladies there, and of course, we did giveaways, and we were playing casuals and whatnot. It was wow, I had a great time, and I'm just so excited for this meetup and so many more, and of course, meeting awesome women in the video game scene.
Awesome. I mean, would you like to tell the audience more about Combo Queens?
Yes, of course. So Combo Queens, they're more focused on the FGC. Of course, we have Smash Sisters, but they're more focused on the Smash scene, obviously. But for Combo Queens, we have meetups at tournaments where all the ladies can get together, get some drinks, snacks. We do giveaways, and we literally all just hang out, be yourselves, and just like relax, just be yourself. And we all support women in the FGC. Like we, of course, retweet their tweet. They retweet their or other women's tweets, like, "Hey, I'm going live," or "Hey, I just got sponsored by X company." And they're just great because they're really great at promoting other women in FGC and spreading awareness as well.
Awesome.
Yeah, they're honestly, I can't even tell you how many times like I can say that they're great people. They're great people, and I'm so glad that we have Common Queens in the FGC as a whole.
Awesome. We're winding down to our last couple questions,
Yes.
and one of the things I want to ask you about is the influence of esports, and what do you think that entails for like the professional future of FGC? Do you think there's like too much of the esports aspect of it, or do you think the grassroots aspect will take over again, or how do
I
you
hope the grassroots will take over, most definitely, because I always keep seeing tweets from other people that like, oh, esports have taken over, everyone's only there for the money and whatnot, and I've seen like there are a lot of I'm gonna burp.
Don't worry about it. I've been holding one back myself. Don't feel bad.
Yeah, if you need a burp, go ahead. I really don't care. Or if you need a fart, that's fine too. Like I don't care. But I honestly think like I hope that the grassroots will overcome the esports
Mhm.
kind of thing, because yeah, like I said, you know, people would say like, oh, you're only there for the money, blah blah blah. But there are so many people signing up to like a combo breaker. There were
Mhm.
so many people at combo breaker, and there were a lot of it was a bigger how should I put it? Like a bigger attendance than last year.
Mhm.
And I'm just so happy to see all those people coming around from all around the world, all around the US, everywhere. Even like if you're from Mars, like thanks for coming through the combo breaker. It's that um that people are only there because they love video games, not because like of course like you can still like esports, but loving the whole scene as a whole is what makes the FGC so great.
Mhm.
And um you know, I of course like I said, love going to these events, of course meeting new people and whatnot. But I would like to say that esports has taken over, and I do hope that the grassroots will overcome that and most definitely take us all home. Let us all free.
Awesome. And one last, like I kind of want to touch on this because I
Yeah, of
think
course.
this is important for our female listeners that are streamers and gamers. Like, what advice would you give to any of those that are out there that are female gamers and streamers that may be facing challenges or adversity? Because I really do believe that we need to push for more inclusivity and
Mm-hmm.
less of the divide of, oh, you're just a girl gamer. Like, no,
You're doing it for attention.
like, oh, how do I play it? Like, no, I think that type of that stigma, I hate that. I really hate that.
Well,
But
I
what
know.
advice?
Mhm. Well, I know, like, who gives a fuck? Because honestly, it's just you playing the game, and you know that it makes you happy. You know that it's something that you do. Like, it's part of your, like, it's your hobby. Like, you love playing video games. Why would someone, like, some random dude tell you something negative and then literally, like, make you feel different otherwise? Like, who are they? Who are you? You know, I'm just here being myself playing video games. So I think like the best solution is to just keep playing video games, you know? Like I think that would make them even more mad because they want you to go do, of course, like that stereotypical like feminine hobbies, like, you know, shopping, painting your nails, or, you know, gossiping or whatnot. It's like
I know more men that do that than I know women.
right, for real. And you know, like those feminine hobbies, like it's totally like I have nothing against them. Like I love shopping, I love painting my nails.
Mhm.
I love all this stuff. So honestly, just keep playing video games, you know, because it's a kind of like a gateway to escaping, I guess, like the real world. I don't know how to put it, but of course, interacting with your friends as well, like playing the same video games with each other. It's a lot more fun, and y'all can have the same mutual level of respect for video games, and of course, so beyond. So just don't give a fuck, honestly, because you don't know them, and they just happen to just stroll into like let's say like your stream or your social media page and say some stupid shit. Like, who are you? Like, you're not important in my life. Bye.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So, people, hey, if you're out there, don't give a fuck what them
Yeah,
people say.
don't give a fuck. Just be you. Seriously, don't give those people a like a time of day of your life. Just play video games because that's what you love to do. Just be yourself.
Definitely. one of the last questions I have for you. What advice would you give to someone who's looking to get into like fighting games, either to play competitively, on a professional level, or at their locals?
I would say practice makes perfect. Like if you're starting out, trust me, I've been in your shoes before. Like I said at the beginning of the podcast, I would just mash and do wake up EX pinwheel with jury. And, it's okay because you're learning something, like you're learning like a move in the game. And it's like, oh, like how can I capitalize this certain move and do more damage in the game? It's always fun to also play with your friends. Like, hey, like you want to try this game with me? And then it all starts from there. Like you two can be like competitive. Like how it's like Ryu and Ken.
Yeah.
You can be Ryu or Ken, and your friend can be either or. So that's where it starts out. Because I also want to say, like, just play for fun as well, because that's what makes the game really, really interesting. Like I know sometimes I forget that like I'm playing the game way too. Of course, like people do play competitively, and that's their passion. It's great. Like just do you. But for me, sometimes I kind of miss myself, like playing it for fun. I'm like, you know what? Like I love playing this character. I have great friends, and I'm like at a tournament. And I'm just playing this game. Like let's just kick ass and let's see who wins this first to 10. Like
Awesome.
you have nothing to lose. You have nothing to lose. So just keep at it.
Cool. I agree. And what are some projects you have on the way, or some events? Like I know you're gonna be at Evo, you're gonna be at CEO. When are we gonna get you out here to Hawaii?
I really want to go to Hawaii. I've actually been to Kauai, and
wow.
it's beautiful. And I'm so glad that they have a law where if you litter, you're gonna pay $1,000 for that trash that you just threw out. Bitch, it's great. I love Hawaii. Like I said, the people from Hawaii are amazing. They're great. The food's great there too, bruh. Like I fucking love poke. Poke is so good. Oh
God, I love it.
But yeah, the projects that I have coming here, I will be, of course, going to CEO with EXO Academy. Also, look out for some Hori things on my Twitter, and of course Hori social media pages. Other than that, I still stream. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Thursday from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. Central Time. Friday and Saturday from 7 p.m. to midnight Central Time. And I'll always be a goober. You can see me. You can follow me if you'd like. You'll be seeing a lot of dank memes, so don't mind me. Other than that, that's just about it. Just being all me.
All right. And I lied. I have one last question for you.
Oh, no problem. Yeah.
Did you have fun?
I had a great time. This podcast was fun because I get like it wasn't kind of like an interview where I'm just like sitting here like yeah, and like
what did you do when you were 17 years old back
Yeah, it's great because I love doing these kind of interviews because it feels like I'm just talking to you about our love for fighting games, video games, and other stuff. And it's also really fun that people will also be watching this as well and seeing our insights about video games, female gamers, and the future of the FGC. So it's great. Like thank you so much for inviting me here. Like it's so fun. I love this so much.
And it is an honor to have you on. I'm glad I was able to connect with you and get you on the show, and definitely got to get you back on here again. And hopefully, if the stars align and the heavens open, I might be able to get to Evo and CEO.
I'm crossing my fingers. Yo, guys, cross your fingers. Please pray to God, the evil God. For sure. Yeah, most definitely. I hope to see you at Evo. Evo will always be a great time. And plus, like, if you do go, it'll be your first time in Vegas. So
true.
That'll be fun.
Hopefully, I don't get too fucked up.
Oh, no. Take that back.
And tell people again where they can find you on social media.
So I am on Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram. So for both Twitter and Instagram, my tag is by telephone, BAI telephone, and on Twitch I am sub mahreen, just SUBMAHREN.
Awesome. And I'll leave links to all that down in the description below the podcast and the video that'll be up on YouTube. You will be able to find this podcast available on youtube.com/Mekel Kasanova. It will also be available on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music. Yes, I have to count because there's so many things this podcast is on. Google Podcasts, Google Play Music, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, coming soon to Pandora. We're on Sirius XM. We're on... God, I'm forgetting.
We're everywhere.
We're everywhere. We're literally everywhere. I need to...
based in Hawaii.
Yes. Number one podcast in Hawaii.
Heck
yeah. So yes, you'll be able to find it. Links to all that will be down in the description below, and it'll be up on social media. You'll see it on my Twitter. And Mahreen, it was amazing having you on. We definitely need to do this again.
Thank you so much. Oh no, thank you so much for having me on here. It's a pleasure. Man, now you're making me miss Hawaii all over again. I actually just thought about it, wow, I really want to go back.
But yeah, and with that being said, people, this is a wrap. We'll catch you guys on the next one.
Bye, guys.
Did you enjoy this episode of the Kasanova Podcast? Well, I hope you did. And if you did, please make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And let us know what we can improve upon, what you liked, what you didn't like, and all that good stuff. And just make sure you always have a good time. That being said, this is your boy Mekel Kasanova, Hawaii's favorite YouTuber. I am signing out, and I'll catch you on the next episode.
Hey guys, this is Ruben Langdon, aka Dante from Devil May Cry, aka Ken Masters from Street Fighter, and also Chris Redfield from the Resident Evil series. And you are listening to the Kasanova Podcast, the #1 podcast in Hawaii. Jackpot.